Hi, I am Yamilet Segarra. I am originally from the Midwest, Chicago, and now I am in the wonderful state of Texas. Done. I got saved when I was in high school. Gave my life to the Lord, but I wasn't really walking with the Lord, but I was always a good person. So I always felt like I don't need to go to church. I can just pray at home, not realizing the importance of community and like being plugged into a church and having a church family. So my dad always went to church. So like when I was at my dad's house, I always went to church. My ex-husband's Jewish, so like Jesus is not a topic that we talk about. So we wouldn't go to church. So I grew up in a Spanish church. I got saved in a Spanish church. My whole high school, it was always Spanish. So when I went to college and couldn't find a Spanish church, I felt like the Lord could speak to me in English. I don't know. That didn't make sense. So I never pursued a church because I was like, oh, it's not Spanish. I don't want to go. So like I said, my dad always went to a Spanish church. So when I was around my father and his family, they're an amazing family of God, I would go. And so Alex, he would know if we're with our dad, we'll go to church, and he'd come with me. But he always made it very clear, Jesus isn't Messiah. He's just a Jew. He's like my brother. And I was like, all right, fair. And so we celebrated the high holidays, and our whole marriage, we always did high holidays, Christmas, Easter. I love Judaism. All the traditions, all the holidays, everything about Israel, it's so cool. So I would push more. When he asked me for a divorce, that's when it clicked for me, because it kind of came out of nowhere. To be honest, I knew we didn't have a perfect marriage, because there's no such thing as a perfect marriage, but I didn't think it was there. So when he came home and asked me for a divorce, or his exact words were, I no longer think I'm in love with you anymore. And I was like, what? Anyways, I begged him for 3 days that was a bad decision. I was like, where is this coming from? And then I knew my worth. So I was like, okay, that's what you want, let's do this. But everyone, all my friends and coworkers were like, you need to hire a lawyer, you guys need to go to couples counseling, you guys need to do all of these things. And I was like, I need to go back to church. In my heart, I knew the only thing that would change his mind or save our marriage was the Lord. And then so when that didn't happen, I was like, oh, okay. But that's when my walk with the Lord really started. Because before, it was dabbling, oh, Jesus, he's my savior, thank you. But I didn't have that relationship. I didn't have that longing to be I need more of you, because without you I can't do life. I knew you can't force someone to love you, and that's what I'm saying. I knew my worth. But I was like, okay, well, I can't force you to love me. And I don't want to force someone to love me. I want to be loved. Everyone wants to be loved, everyone wants to be seen, be loved. Love is always the answer. So I was like, okay, fine. So then 3 days later, I was like, fine, that's what I'm trying to do. Cool, let's do it. And even going through the healing of the divorce, it was very trying and difficult. There was a lot of tears, but at the same time, it was such a sweet season, because I didn't understand it. Again, coming from my field, yesterday I was married, today I'm not. We didn't take a break, it was from the day he asked me for the divorce, less than 70 days later we were legally divorced. So just processing all of that. But he's so faithful, and I'm not saying that he made it happen, but he used it for where I am now. So when we're going through all this, I called Gina, my stepmom, and I asked her, can you talk to your pastor and have them recommend a church, like an affiliate church, a church that they've heard, to see here. And of course, I told them what was going on, and so she texted me a list of 10 churches at the time. I don't know them all, but the first church that I just went down the list. And so the first church that I went to, I googled it. It was like 2 hours south of that one. So I was like, I'm not going to that one. Cross. You know. And then the second one was Gateway. I just fell in love with the church, and then did a little more research and found the Frisco campus, which is where all of my healing and my family, like that's where my foundation was poured and built. Yeah, and so then I started going there, and I've just been like, I haven't looked back. Like, there's no looking back. It's just literally been taking steps forward. Cool. I feel like I'm entering into a lot of new things, and I'm just excited to see what they all blossom into. I feel like we're all entering into this new season of newness, like with everything that's going around in the nation and stuff. But again, it's just that sweetness that I sense, that it's like exciting. And I don't know what it looks like, and I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I know it's gonna be tough, because there's a lot of transitions that are happening within the next few months, but it'll be cool. People that know me say that I have like a reckless abandonment in my faith. So with that being said, yes, I question the Lord, and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? But there's always that curiosity in me that I'm like, okay, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing it this way, but I'm all in. Like, let's see where this is gonna go. When I got the house, I was looking to rent a house. Like, buying a house is not on my radar at all. But all the doors opened, and so I just kept walking through them. Jesus is my savior. Cut!
See, you did get to cut yourself.
Yes!